Good day, people, and welcome back once again to my channel. In today's video, I am going to show you guys how I made this beautiful wrapper illusion George. Should I say that this is the most anticipated video on my channel for now? So guys, here you have it. I'm going to show you and give you the details on how I made the dress from start to finish. So I remember that I've already cut my doll face. That is what I use as the lining. So I use doll face to turn the front piece and the back pieces. As you can see, I've turned the front pieces. Let me adjust my camera so that you can see everything properly. I've turned the front piece, and I'll also go ahead and show you the back pieces. So this is how it looks on the inside. I also turned the back pieces. So here is one side of the back. I'll go ahead and place the other side on top of this one. I turned them one. If you want, you can join everything together. You can join the fabric and the lining separately and then turn, but I chose to turn them one by one. So I'll fold the front piece also and place on the back pieces, and from there I will mark out my zipper allowance. So I'll go ahead and run a stitch there, because that will help me to shape my dress very well. So this is the front piece. At this point, I'll introduce my wrapper illusion. Remember that I cut out my wrapper illusion in the cutting video. So now I'm going to place the wrapper illusion on the front piece. I'll place it so that it will be at the level that I want it to be. You can place and adjust till you get what you want exactly. Remember, you will stitch this on the right side, because in Igbo land our wrapper normally drops at the left side. So I will place it and pin it on the right side, because that is where I'll be stitching it. I'll pin it down so that sewing it won't be too hard for me. So this is the upper part. I've added my bustier. I've already joined my bustier, the lining. I've joined the back and the lining too. So I'll go ahead and sew them with the separate lining. So this is the back, and I've also marked out my zipper allowance for the back, and this is the back piece for the down part. So I've joined my wrapper to the right side of the skirt, and the left side is quite open. It is quite free. You don't have to stitch it or join it to any part of the skirt. So I'll place my back piece on it. Guys, if you are taking your body measurements, I'll advise you to mark on the back piece, because it will help you to shape accurately, because shaping from the front might be hard for you because of the wrapper illusion that we have placed on the front side. So I'll go ahead and pin it down, and I'll mark my measurements. So I'll go ahead and take my body measurement. The hip is 40 divided by 2 is 20. I'll mark 20. Then the waist is 27. 26 and a half divided by 27 divided by 2, and I marked that already. So if anything that you mark on the hip, you subtract 4 inches from me. Like I marked 20 on the hip, then at the knee side I marked 16. That is 20 minus 4 inches, that is 16, so that it will give you a very nice fitting. So I'll go ahead and join the upper part as well. I'm marking my measurement from the back. I'll mark my bust and my waist measurements. So I'm taking I'll pin it down so that shaping will be very easy. So I'll move over to my sewing machine and I'll shape the right side first, because that was where I attached my wrapper illusion. So I'll go ahead and shape the right side first. So after doing that, I'll show you guys how to shape the left side, because this is where the wrapper illusion will drop from. So if you want to shape the left side, you will shift that wrapper inside. You shape from the knee upwards first. You shift the wrapper inside, the one that will drop. Remember, you shift it inside so that you can sew freely on the front and the back panel without stitching the wrapper illusion. If you are sewing, please make sure that you are removing the stones, because you might have some stones on your George fabric. So after shaping from the knee upwards, I'll turn and shape from the knee downwards. So this will make it very easy for me. Just make sure that you don't sew on the wrapper. As you are shaping, you are shifting the wrapper inside. You're removing your stones at the same time. So I'll go ahead and my thread cut, so I had to fix my thread and continue, and I'll sew it till the down part. Guys, this can actually cut your thread a lot of times. Like, you need to sew it with patience. So I'll sew till the down part. So guys, I'm done with that, and I'll trim out all the rough edges that I have. So I'll go ahead and join the front and the back, and I'll fix my sleeve as well. So after fixing my sleeve, I'll go ahead and this is an off shoulder sleeve, so I'll go ahead and finish with my bias tape. I like covering my joinings with bias tape. I will do the same thing for the half length too. As you can see, I'll sew on the bias strip, then trim some excess, and I'll turn it over and close it. I did the same thing for my armhole as well. I had to fast forward everything so that this video will be too short for you guys. So as you can see, it is looking neat at the half length. I've finished with my bias tape. This is the inside. This is why I like using a doll face. So this is the inside part of the dress. And I don't know if you will notice that I have not placed anything on the upper part. Remember, I just cut out the trimmings and kept aside while I was doing the cutting video. So I'm fixing my zip for now. After fixing my zip, I'll place the dress on a mannequin, and then I'll start cutting. And placing on the clothes. As you can see, this is what we are doing right now. After placing, I'll go ahead and close the wrapper at the half length. I'll go ahead and stitch it on the left side of the half length. So those trimmings that you cut, that I traced out during the cutting video, is what I actually placed on the bustier, the back part, and on the cape. This dress has a cape, so I placed the trimmings on them. I used a candle gum, so I also added small pearls or beads on it using my hook gum, just to add a little spice to the illusion George. So you place your trimming or your design the way you want to. The neckline might differ. Like there's this George that I posted, the last video I posted before this one, the neckline is different from this one. That one has an off shoulder ruffle sleeve, but this one has a cape neckline. So this is it, guys. Just take your time and place both on the front and at the back. So when you are done, you close your wrapper this way and your George is good to go. Thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that anytime that I upload a new video,